born in New Jersey. People underestimate his strength. He's tough. He's strong. And I don't know between him and Steph Curry who has the best handles in the game.
I was just going to ask that very question.
You might have to throw Chris Paul in there, too. He's
no
got
way.
some handles.
No way. Stop it.
Okay,
no.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Welcome to the American Airlines Arena, home of the Miami Heat, and a great, great venue for basketball. So Cleveland will get the first possession. Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the 5. Well, last season would be one where Kevin Love played a different role, saw his numbers decline, but that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota. That was to be expected.
It's a great point, Kevin. And Love dropped about 10 points for me in terms of his output. The field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage was down. But still, he traded it all to be on a winning team. And I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment to playing with great players.
Good point. And he gets the bucket. Miami with the ball. Wade from outside. And it's Irving with the rebound. The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
And, you know, for Love last season, we knew he'd be in a supporting role to LeBron. You put any player next to LeBron, and he automatically becomes some kind of role player.
Here's Dragic. Tristan Thompson picking up that last bucket. Now here's James. To the inside. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Bosch. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Right side, no good.
And thinking back to Love and his numbers last year, we saw the same thing from Bosch when he played with LeBron. Love and Bosch had similar reductions in scoring, but both were still great players, and they both have the ability to adapt and impact the game in other ways.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Really left alone that time.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Miami's gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Bosch misses.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
To the paint, here's Thompson, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Irving drives in, and a wide-open look for James. And it's off the back rim, no good. The Heat trail by 7. Here's Dragic. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass. And now, one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They were last in the league in bench scoring.
Thompson misses.
How about him there, just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot?
Definitely some very sound defense played on that trip. Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Cavs not scoring with a lot of their bench. A big part of that is they just didn't go to their bench very often.
Well, you talk about the Cavs and the bench near the bottom in total bench minutes played. The bench didn't have a lot of firepower, didn't shoot the ball well, and considering they got limited minutes, oftentimes struggled to find any kind of rhythm out there.
Now James, after the missed 3 from Goran Dragic. It's LeBron with the drive. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Now Bosch, quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. The Cavaliers leading by 8. 13 feet away, and that one's good. That's now 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role, didn't let the move bother him, and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. Winslow's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. Feeds it to Fry. Fires for 3. Cleveland the rebound. Kicks it to Dellavedova. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Now, here's Fry. Drops in the tray. Fry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Alfred Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
And so it's Cleveland with it. The Heat knocking down the tray, and that one's good. Fry's got 5.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
And it's the Heat with the ball, following the score by Cleveland. Stoudemire, the pass to Richardson. Winslow dishes to Johnson. And here we go. Cavaliers running again. A nice shot by LeBron.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense. The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Mozgov. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Another miss by Dragic.
He's been wayward and just off on.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
reverberation throughout the entire building on that one.
It sure did. Up high and down hard on the windmill flush.
And how about the impact that's going to have on your team? You can imagine how much adrenaline starts to flow through the veins after that one.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. And, of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous, tremendous leadership.
I put all the pressure on me.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James is a textbook example how to take responsibility and lead.
And, Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Cleveland, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Kevin Love out there with Tristan Thompson. And it's Shumpert in at the 3, the small forward. Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. A 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other All-Stars, quite honestly, Kevin. But you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular season.
Good on the second free throw.
And for Irving, he did come into last year hot. I mean, he won the MVP in international play while with Team USA.
Wade with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And the rejection by Smith.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket. And for Kyrie, taking home the MVP and a Team USA tourney like that, it's a huge ego boost. I mean, of all the stars on that team, he shined the brightest. And I think that's going to help his confidence for this year.
Here's McRoberts. But they recover it. Here's Bosch. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
And Miami making a change here. Whiteside's checked in. The Heat shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
Wade kicks to Dang. The Cavaliers pull it in.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Well, Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year, and as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
Pulls from the top of the key. Dragic gets the bucket. Dragic has got his second basket.
Shots like that from Dragic sure look easy.
Timeout. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Cavaliers.
And it was a very public falling out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded.
Whiteside against Thompson. To the middle. Here's Shumpert. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Shumpert's got 5 points in the quarter. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And, of course, Dragic was traded to Miami last season. Said he felt betrayed by the Suns front office, which spurred him wanting out of Phoenix and to South Florida.
Yeah, you know what? We'll never know the whole truth about that situation, but Dragic said they told him one thing with personnel and did something else.
Dragic with another miss.